Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers predicted to land Warriors star in potential blockbuster deal. The Los Angeles Lakers are expected to be big players as the highly anticipated NBA trade deadline approaches. We are less than 2 weeks away from the February 6th trade deadline, and many expect Los Angeles to make a trade or two to bolster their roster. While that is the case, league sources suggest that they are expected to stand pat or make a move around the margins. If the Lakers were to take that route, it would not help their chances of making a deep playoff run. LA needs to make a big roster change, and in this trade idea, they turn to their division rival for a massive defensive upgrade. This hypothetical trade has the Lakers landing former Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green. Here's how the deal would work using Spotrac. Lakers receive, Draymond Green. Warriors receive, Rui Hachimura, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. Green, 34, is still a productive player who can guard all 5 positions. He could be vital to the Lakers, especially on defense, where he excels the most. This type of trade may not raise the Lakers' title odds, but it would certainly improve their frontcourt defense with a potential duo of Green and Anthony Davis. It would certainly be the best defensive frontcourt duo. In addition, the Lakers appease Davis by getting an elite defensive frontcourt player. Green may not be a center, as Davis was vocal about in his conversation with ESPN's Shams Charania. However, Green plays big and would be a huge help for Davis and the entire defense. The Warriors are on a downward spiral. After their hot start to the season, which saw them start at 12-3, they have gone 10-20. Golden State sits as the 11th seed in the gauntlet that is the Western Conference. While the Warriors are only 4 games back from the 6th seed, they will need a lot of luck on their side and completely do a 180 starting now. However, the Warriors do not have the horses to do just, which means that their only option would be to trade away their longtime forward and slowly start a rebuild. The first-round pick from LA would help a ton. Recap/analysis: Hornets can't quite complete comeback and loss to Lakers. The Charlotte Hornets trailed the Los Angeles Lakers 29-6 just a few minutes into the game, but they managed to come back and make a game of it before ultimately falling short and losing, 112-107. The Hornets followed the best game their season with their worst start. The Lakers got a layup line in the paint and built a 29-6 lead in the first 8 minutes of the game. Of all people, Josh Okogie hit back-to-back threes to stop an onslaught that featured 12 straight Lakers makes. Anthony Davis finished the first quarter with 21 points and 11 rebounds, while the Hornets only got to 19 as a team with a Vesa Micic buzzer-beating finger roll. LaMelo Ball left the game after stepping on a foot on his way up the court after splashing his second 3 of the second quarter. Even without LaMelo, the Hornets slowly clawed their way back into the game. Miles Bridges led the charge with 9 second-quarter points that all came via rim attacks. Josh Green hit back-to-back threes to cut the deficit to single digits, and it stayed that way heading into the half. The third quarter was pretty evenly played with no real moments of magic from either side. Micic had a nice little stretch where he scored 7 straight for the Hornets. LeBron got called for a very rare 5 seconds back to the basket call. That was about the end of the eventful action. The Hornets trailed by 9 heading into the fourth. Josh Okogie had a steal that led to a run-out and an and-one on another run-out to immediately cut the Lakers' deficit to just 2. The Hornets had a chance to tie or take the lead, but a couple bad possessions prevented that. The offense went a little cold as the Lakers stopped turning the ball over. That changed when Miles Bridges took over the lead role on offense and made a couple circus layups and a 3 to keep the Hornets within striking distance. They got back within 3 after Josh Green picked the pocket of Anthony Davis after a rebound, then got fouled by Davis shooting a 3 with 13 seconds left. Davis made 2 free throws on the other end, and that was enough to seal the game. Anthony Davis's monster night leads Lakers past Hornets. Anthony Davis set season highs with 42 points and 23 rebounds to help the visiting Los Angeles Lakers beat the Charlotte Hornets 112-107 on Monday night. Davis made 17 of 28 shots from the field and reached the 40-point mark for the third time this season. He grabbed 8 offensive boards and finished 3 rebounds shy of matching his career high. LeBron James racked up 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists, and Austin Reeves added 17 points for the Lakers, who have won 4 straight games and 6 of their last 7. The Hornets played most of the game without leading scorer and all-star guard LaMelo Ball, who exited with 8:42 left in the second quarter. Ball tripped while backpedaling after draining a three-pointer that pulled Charlotte within 46-30. He didn't return because of what the team announced as a left ankle sprain. He scored 7 points in 9 minutes. Miles Bridges tallied 26 points and 8 rebounds to lead the Hornets, who have lost 3 of their last 4 games. Josh Okogie posted 19 points and Josh Green had 15 points. Charlotte trailed by as many as 23 points in the first half before cutting the deficit to 9 at the break. The Hornets mounted a couple of charges in the second half but couldn't make enough defensive stops even though center Mark Williams was back after missing Saturday's game with an injury. Williams scored to pull the Hornets within 108-102 with 1:27 to play before Dorian Finney-Smith drove for a bucket for the Lakers. Green sank 3 free throws with 13.3 seconds remaining to close the gap to 110-107 before Davis sealed it at the line for Los Angeles. The Lakers, in their first outing of 4 games in 6 days on the East Coast, survived despite committing 19 turnovers and shooting 6 for 28, 21.4% on three-pointers. Los Angeles bolted to a 42-19 lead less than a minute into the second quarter. Then it was Charlotte's turn to heat up, closing to within 59-51 by halftime. The Lakers led by a double-figure margin for most of the third quarter. LaMelo Ball exits Lakers-Hornets game with ankle injury. Charlotte Hornets guard LaMelo Ball left the game against the Los Angeles Lakers after suffering a sprained left ankle. Ball, who scored 7 points in 9 minutes before the injury, did not return, and the Hornets fell short in a 112-107 loss. Ball was officially ruled out for the remainder of the game following the diagnosis. Hornets head coach Charles Lee shared an update on his condition, stating that evaluations are still in progress. They're still doing some evaluations. He shot the ball, was backpedaling to get back on defense, and stepped on a foot. We'll see what happens tomorrow when he comes in for treatment, but he did a great job of being in the locker room and engaging with the guys as they came off the court. Ball has faced recurring ankle issues throughout his 5-year career with the Hornets. Ball is in the midst of a career-best season, averaging 28.9 points, 7.5 assists, and 5.4 rebounds. Austin Reeves reveals Hornets' desperate cry amid Anthony Davis's domination. Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers aimed for their 4th consecutive win on Monday as they faced the Charlotte Hornets in the second game of their 6-game road trip. Davis powered the Lakers with a dominant first quarter, scoring 21 points on 9 of 12 shooting in just 12 minutes, helping them secure a commanding 39-19 lead heading into the second quarter. That's an impressive game. Start off by saying that, Lakers guard Austin Reeves said about Davis' performance. But that might be the most impressive quarter of basketball I've ever seen in individual play. I felt like we almost could have went and sat down and watched him do what he does. Reeves also shared that Miles Bridges was telling his Hornets teammates, "We gotta try some other way to guard him." Reeves responded there wasn't one. The Lakers came out with tremendous energy from the jump, taking full control of the game. They flew around the court, forcing turnovers and contested shots. On offense, the team was in perfect rhythm, consistently finding Davis or other teammates wide open for easy layups and dunks. Davis's first quarter was a historic display of dominance. He finished with 42 points and 23 rebounds. No player in the last 28 years, according to SDAthead.com data, has ever opened a game with 21 points and 11 rebounds in the first quarter. The 21 points and 11 rebounds Davis recorded in the first quarter surpassed the entire Hornets team's total for the period. As Lakers coach J.J. Redick had anticipated, Charlotte began firing off three-pointers after the Lakers closed down the paint. LaMelo Ball's second three early in the second quarter trimmed the lead to 16, but he twisted his ankle while backpedaling down the court. Ball left the game and didn't return, playing just 9 minutes. The Hornets, however, remained hot from beyond the arc while the Lakers' play faltered on both sides of the ball. James badly missed a three-pointer to close one possession, and Davis was forced into a contested 19-foot shot off one knee to end another. Charlotte, 12-31, trimmed the lead to 8 by halftime, thanks in part to 7 turnovers by the Lakers in the second quarter alone. Fortunately, Davis continued his dominant performance. With 1:07 remaining in the fourth quarter, the Lakers extended their lead to 110-102, seemingly sealing the win. However, the Hornets rallied with determination, cutting the deficit to just 3 points with 13.1 seconds left after Josh Green drew a foul on a three-point attempt and sank all 3 free throws. Despite their late push, Charlotte ran out of time, allowing Los Angeles to secure a 112-107 victory. LeBron James tallied 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists, while Austin Reeves contributed 17 points to the Lakers' effort. Miles Bridges led the Hornets with 26 points and 8 rebounds, as the team dropped 3 of its last 4 games. Josh Okogie added 19 points, while Josh Green contributed 15. The Lakers continue their back-to-back stretch on Tuesday, heading to Philadelphia to face Tyrese Maxey and the 76ers. Lakers could target $19.9 million center as AD calls for another big. The Los Angeles Lakers have been linked with a string of big men ahead of the February 6 trade deadline. J.J. Redick's team is short on depth at the center position. Both Jackson Hayes and Christian Wood have failed to prove they can be long-term solutions off the bench. As such, there's a chance we see the Lakers make a move to add some depth in the middle of the court. According to Jovan Buha of The Athletic, a potential dream trade target could be available. Miles Turner of the Indiana Pacers is an unrestricted free agent in the summer. The Pacers may not be willing to match his rumored contract demands of $30 million. It's specifically just a basic contract situation if he is about to be an unrestricted free agent and he's going to want $30 plus million, and I've heard Indiana is not sure if they want to give him $30 plus million, Buha said via his Buha's Block podcast. If they don't, then from an asset management perspective, it makes sense to trade him and get something back for him. Given the Lakers' desire for another center, Turner could fit the bill. He could slot next to Anthony Davis while ensuring the Lakers' floor spacing is affected. Turner is shooting 39.3% from deep this season. He would thrive as a rim-protecting, 5-out three-point threat. Turner would be a strong fit for the Lakers, should they show interest in acquiring him. The fact that Indiana is on the fence about giving him another deal would likely make negotiations far easier for both sides. On January 24, Davis told ESPN's Shams Charania that the Lakers needed to add another big man. "I think we need another big," Davis told Charania. "I feel like I've always been at my best when I've been the 4, having a big out there. We know it worked when we won a championship with JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard at the 5 and I'm at the 4. The last time the Lakers won a championship, Davis was sharing the court with Dwight Howard. Playing Davis at the 4 unlocks a lot of his defensive versatility. It also empowers him to be more aggressive on both sides of the floor. Turner would fit Redick's system while being a high-level partner for Davis. In recent weeks, the Lakers have been linked to Jakob Poeltl and Nikola Vucevic. The 2 veteran bigs are reportedly available on the trade market. However, according to Mark Stein, the Lakers front office doesn't view either center as a viable trade option. League sources stressed over the weekend that the Lakers are not expected to join the hunt for either Vucevic or Toronto's Jakob Poeltl, Stein reported. Adding Vucevic would be very pricey for the Lakers beyond Chicago's desire to extract a first-round pick in return, absorbing the $21.5 million owed to Vucevic in 2025-26 is daunting financially for a team that projects to have Davis and LeBron James taking up two-thirds of next season's salary cap and has strained to stay below the second apron this season. Stein continued. Poeltl, meanwhile, is a similar case, with a $19.5 million salary looming in both 2025-26 and 2026-27, player option. Turner is earning $19.9 million this season. The Lakers may view his cap hit as a potential problem. However, his upside as a long-term fit next to Davis, and his clear fit within the roster, could be enough to persuade Rob Pelinka to get a deal over the line. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Vucevic? Leave your opinion in the comments.